This is Holly with woodlandshits.com, and I have the amazing 80s pop star Tiffany on the line. How are you?
I am great.
Fabulous.
Excited to be in your neck of the woods here pretty soon. That'll be
Yes.
awesome.
And have you ever played the Big Barn before?
I haven't.
Okay,
No.
it's pretty phenomenal. It is like the best acoustically sound venue that I've ever been to.
Oh, that's awesome. It's good to know because we are going to bring it. My band is awesome. My background singer, Jennifer Friend, will sing your face off. That's a really good crew that we're just going to, we say acoustic night, intimate evening with Tiffany, but it's really more than that. It's kind of like more my personality, kind of inviting you into my space, and we just, we rock out. We run some like electronic tracks through it and stuff, and keep some retro going through it as well. So you get more than just an acoustic, but my musicians, just give them a guitar and they're like, you don't need a band. They're pretty impressive. Excited to be there and just kind of rock the night with great music.
Well, and I think that you will be obviously very well received. You started singing at a very young age. I kind of want to go back a little bit and just kind of talk how you got started. And you started at a young age. You are a California girl, correct?
I am at 9 years old, so I'm an old schooler. I've been on the road a lot. I still love it. 30 years of doing this, and yeah, I started off in country music. Didn't really, came back and forth to Nashville a lot. My parents listened to country, so I grew up listening to country. But I was an LA girl, and country was not cool. So I started following artists like Fleetwood Mac and Heart, and I always wanted, to be more of a rocker. And I was at 14, actually, I was in recording a demo because, once you get into what's required of you, and, my parents didn't know anything about the music industry. So they just listened to people. She needs a demo. She needs pictures. She needs to go on this audition. We pretty much ran ourselves ragged, and I was in the studio recording a demo, and it was a little more hard edge, kind of appropriate rock for, a 13, 14-year-old. And that's when my producer found me and said, do you know I saw him standing there, listen to this song, I think we're alone now. And then the rest has been history. He took me in a different direction, which I'm grateful for. Now I'm just kind of, I think since those first couple of records and those first tours, I've kind of been changing, a little bit, getting back to more of the harder edge stuff that I love.
That's
which
awesome.
is just really AC pop,
Sure.
But a little bit more of those Stevie Nicks kind of rocker vibes are coming out of me, and I love it. I love the new album, A Million Miles, and then this new show that I'm out on the road with. I really think shows that and my capability of being able to do that.
And that's a great segue. I wanted to talk about your new album that just released in March of 2016. Tell me a little bit about that album.
Well, for so long the fans have been like, girl, we just want to hear you sing. We love the ballads. And I didn't want to do just a ballad album because that can get, kind of boring. I love the ballads, but, I already have a lot of ballads like Could Have Been and All This Time and Love Is Blind and these great ballads that I've been given in my career. And then I'm a songwriter now and a producer. So it's very easy for me to sit down and write a ballad because I'm kind of a melancholy person, and I don't know, there's something so therapeutic about writing a heartbreak song.
Sure.
But in a show, you want that up tempo. You want to be able to have some life. So this album, I really kind of went in the direction of big vocals, almost like an Adele, where
Yes.
there's a range there, but definitely a little bit more, again, adult contemporary. You're going to find it's a little bit more semi like Stevie Nicks, maybe a little Natalie Merchant. These are all the people that really influenced me. So it was awesome to work on this album. It's the first time that I've been out there as really taking a title as a producer because I've been doing that behind the scenes for many years. But chickened out to put my name there. I was like, I think I got to learn a thing or two more.
That's awesome.
And I kind of came to my co-producer, Stephen Lywicki, here in Nashville and said, I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready to start talking about that, And he goes, I think you've been ready for a long time. It's nice to see you it's nice to see you take, to take that title. So I'm very proud of all the people that I'm working with and where I'm at in my career.
Well, congratulations. That's awesome. Now, I saw that you signed with Pledge Music.
I
And
did,
okay.
for this venture on this new album. So that was great. I mean, it's just another avenue because I'm totally independent. I run my own label now, and I'm a co-manager in my management company. So I really went more the independent, artist route, which is harder, definitely.
I bet.
But the music industry has changed so much, and just getting a label deal doesn't really mean anything. It doesn't mean that it's going to be successful. It doesn't mean it's even going to come out.
Right.
Because things change all the time, and I have tons of friends who, went in that direction, and they're still waiting, and they've been on the label for 3 years. So
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure that, I could get my stuff out, especially once I've done a project. I'm so excited about that music, and it's so relevant now. It needs to be, 2 or 3 months out, and it delivers, and really labels can't do that. And it's just frustrating for me. It's frustrating for my fans, and I want to start living the new music. So having my own in-house production company is working for me, but it's a full-time job. I mean, I wear a lot of hats now.
I understand. So I was going through your bio, and I think we share some similarities. I'm huge into the community here in the Woodlands and charities and nonprofits, and I see that you are the spokesperson for the American Heart Association.
Yes, very passionate about that, spreading the word of just little things that you can do, and drinking more water, drinking a glass of water before you go to bed, just little changes that, and I really, when I go out, I talk to, just everyday women who, may have a lot of kids. My kids don't like this. I don't want to start cooking different meals for myself and my husband and complicate things. But it really is just making certain changes, and that aren't hard. And just knowing that, most heart diseases, affect women more than men.
Right.
And just probably because we take on a lot of other stressors and we run ourselves ragged, and we are nurturers. So we tend to, do things for other people and sometimes neglect ourselves. And it's just a matter of really educating everyone, but really definitely focusing on women and just saying, hey, you are kind of like, you're the girl. You got to make sure that you're healthy and you can sustain. So, a little bit of exercise and, and some of the people that here in Nashville that I've went to some of these conventions where we talk and we just educate, it's great. I see them out on the street or at the grocery store and they're like, I'm doing it.
Aww,
really better,
that's so rewarding.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And then I see that you also have quite a few four-legged friends, some rescue friends.
Yes. I have 8 dogs, and I do raising money for the Humane Society out here still. And when I was in LA, I worked with the LA Humane Society. And, I never thought I was going to be crazy dog lady, but it just happened.
They find you.
Nashville. Yeah, I moved out to the country, and all my friends were like, there's a stray dog. I'm at my max now because they're not backyard dogs. They're my babies, and they're spoiled, and I have to have a dog nanny when I travel.
Yeah.
On and on and on. But I wouldn't change it. That unconditional love, and some of them have come from shelters, and they really appreciate, and they know that you've rescued them, and then it's an amazing connection. So I always encourage people to go out and find a rescue because they really are some of the best dogs.
Yes, absolutely. And I'm a rescue. I have 3, and they are part of the family. They sleep on the bed. They sleep on the couch. I mean, they're all, I love them to pieces, and it's a crazy house, but.
Yeah. Oh, mine is crazy. With 8, it's crazy. I have my downstairs is like, they have their playroom, and then if I didn't have the acreage, I wouldn't be able to have the 8, but I do have a whole host of characters that help me with my dogs, and it is crazy. They're up at 6:30 in the morning, like they need their separate treats, and I have a bulldog who likes to get up at the crack of dawn and be fed.
That's so awesome.
No sleep in my house.
So another thing that I do within this community is I really try to get involved with a lot of the local artists, and again saw in your bio that you really like to try to help educate local artists about the industry and all of that. And, there's so many that you're telling me about how hard it is in Nashville. And there's quite a few young women that I've been, interviewing, and I go to see their shows, and they are really they're trying to tap into that Nashville scene. And, do you have like some advice for some of the musicians and artists out in this area?
Yeah, every day that I wake up, I'm getting a new education as well. Again, being an independent artist,
right.
And there's so much that I learn, and, from small venues to touring to social media. And I would say that is probably the first important thing right now, is social media. Because, not that I subscribe to this mentality, but you can literally just sit on your couch and post a video and get lucky.
That's true. You're right.
People are like, all these hits. So don't rule it out. I would say, definitely be putting out something that you want to stand by. But the more that you are present on social media, and I think really it's not just music. I do videos about me with my band and on the road, but it is about the personality as well. Yeah. Which, for me, I had to get my head wrapped around that because I'm a very outgoing person and people know me as Tiffany. But, just to turn a camera on myself and talk about my breakfast, I was like, really?
Right.
But I'm getting better at it. And it does work. It sounds silly, but that's where we're at now. I think people really want to tap into you, who you are and why you love your music. And then having good music just is like, the icing on the cake.
Right.
But just throwing out music right now, it doesn't seem to be, really just crossing over. It really is about the artist and your image and who you are, why you love music, and all of that, and your struggle to get it through. I always tell some of these artists, show the real stuff. It's interesting. Show if you can be vulnerable like that. Show the gigs that you're rushing and you're late or you're got the flat tire. This is real life, and it's sometimes funny. It's not funny, but it is.
Right, yeah.
It just adds to character.
I totally agree. And, I've done, so many different artist interviews, and every single one of you are just like truly genuine people. You're normal, just like everybody else. And I so much appreciate you taking the time to chat with me this morning. And I'm so excited to see you on March 24th at the Big Barn. So I will be back there cheering on and super excited.
We're going to have a great night of music. We really are. It's unlike a lot of shows that are out there right now. It really is kind of, you're coming into my world, and we're just having a night of fun. We're having a big party is what we're doing. We're reminiscing a little bit with I think Alone Now and Could Have Been. So we're doing good music that stands on its own. And then for the true Tiff fan, I'm doing some old school stuff I haven't sang, the albums in probably 20-something years. So you're getting songs like Danny Nobody Wins and, and my fans. And I've popped them in and out of my shows in different places. So I'm constantly revolving those songs, so you never know what you're going to get.
Oh, that's awesome.
Keep you on your toes a little bit.
Again, thank you so much for your time. And I'm, again, really looking forward to seeing you and hope you have a fantastic St. Patty's Day.
Awesome. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I will see you guys soon.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks. Take care.